Hi everyone, I'm Jasmine and you're here at Breakthrough in English. Today's lesson, how to be sick in English. Wait, that sounds a bit funny. What I mean is how to express that you're sick in English. Cue titles. The only thing worse than being sick is not being able to properly complain about being sick. Am I right? So to begin, we're going to talk about being sick in general, and then we're going to move on to more specific types of illnesses. Just a warning, talking about being sick in English is full of your favorite English grammar point, phrasal verbs. Yippee! Good luck. When I talk about being sick, I'm talking specifically about the type of illness that you contract or get during the flu season. Flu season? Yes, the part of the year where literally everyone gets a cold. If you live in a country like Canada where winters can get down to minus 40 degrees, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Cold and flu are both nouns, and they're usually used in the singular. The only difference is that cold is always used with the article a. For example, I have a cold, whereas flu is always used with the article the. I have the flu. Weird. In English we say, catch a cold. Not actually. This doesn't mean that you literally go out and capture a cold. It simply means to get a cold. So, to review, 3 ways you can talk about having a cold. I have a cold, I got a cold, or I caught a cold. When you feel like you're starting to get sick, you can use the expression, I'm coming down with something. For example, I'm coming down with the flu. I'm coming down with the flu. A more informal expression is I'm not feeling so hot. This doesn't literally mean you feel cold or unattractive. It simply means you don't feel well. If you want to be even more creative, you can say, I'm feeling under the weather, which also means I'm not feeling well. Or, if you're really sick, you can use the expression sick as a dog, which is a bit odd because dogs usually have a pretty good immune system. Finally, a really old and archaic expression is to fall ill.
Help! I've fallen ill, my lord!
You'll probably only encounter this in literature or other formal writing. Fever means a high body temperature, usually above 38 degrees. So it's kind of like the inside of your body is on a tropical vacation. Must be nice. If you feel like you have a fever, you can say, I feel feverish. My temperature is high. I'm burning up. A super high fever may result in delirium, which means that your thoughts and your speech may be incoherent, and you might have weird hallucinations or dreams. My nose runs more than I do. You might know the word congestion from the phrase traffic congestion, which is when all the cars are backed up on the road due to a traffic jam. Damn you, congested traffic! This word can also be used to describe your sinuses, which are the tiny tubes that connect right up to your nasal cavity. Damn you, congested nose! Some more informal ways of describing congestion are clogged up, stuffed up, or blocked up.
Gross.
The guilty parties that make us sick are snot, the stuff that comes out of your nose, and phlegm, the stuff that comes out of your throat. These substances are both referred to as mucus. Bleh. When you get rid of snot by using a Kleenex, this is called blowing your nose. Side note, we usually say Kleenex instead of the word tissue. In North America, we often use the brand name instead of the neutral noun. For example, Q-tips, chapstick, and Scotch tape. If your head hurts, you have a headache. Aw, I'm sorry to hear that. You can say have a headache or get a headache. For example, do you have a headache? Why, yes, I get headaches all the time. If the pain is really bad, you can say my head is pounding or I have a splitting headache. If the headache is really, really bad and it lasts for many hours and causes problems with your vision, this is called a migraine. In my opinion, having the stomach flu is the absolute worst, and I am a complete baby about it. I hate puking. Luckily, there are tons of ways to complain about having the stomach bug. If you're feeling sick, you can say, I feel nauseous. I feel sick to my stomach. Or, I think I have the stomach bug. If you actually throw up, you can use any of the following verbs. These are in decreasing order of politeness. You can say, get sick, vomit, puke, barf, or upchuck. Grandma, I'm really sorry, but I accidentally got sick all over the carpet last night. So I was like totally out with my buddies and I like upchucked all over the carpet, man. One final word of advice. If you hear someone say, I'm going to be sick, you might want to move out of the way because I'm going to be sick means I'm going to throw up. Okay, so now you've finally beat the sickness. You're healthy, you're well, and fully recovered. Yay! To express this in English, you can use the phrasal verb get over a cold. For example, I hope to get over this cold soon. Congratulations, you officially know how to complain about all of your symptoms in English. Although I sure hope you don't have to use any of these phrases anytime soon. If you like this video, please subscribe, please comment below, and please share. There'll be more awesome content coming your way. Bye!